This is an example of how a country can be taken over from within by a pro-Russian government without firing a shot. The rigged elections, the ruling party's decision to block EU, the arrests of journalists and opposition politicians, attacks on the EU and its representatives. These are just some of the facts mentioned in the report. The report advocates new fair elections, sanctions on the regime, demands the release of political prisoners, and a review of EU support. On the one hand, Georgian file at the moment is very tiring, but on the other hand, very motivating because of European flags in the hands of fighting for an European Georgia people for almost 200 days in cold winter nights and evenings, and because all pro-European political groups in the House were united while we debated and negotiated the report. And of course, I would like to thank all those who helped to put all necessary moments into this report, but mostly I am proud, and especially as Lithuanian, that our friends, Georgian nation, is fighting for the values we share here in European Union. And I have hope that in my lifetime we will be together here, Georgians, Lithuanians, and other nations together, fighting for the same values and for democracy in the European continent. Thank you.
Hello, everybody. After more than 30 years of independence, we are now witnessing in Georgia the Russian-style authoritarianism to be developing and forming. While the government goes and uses all the Russian means of repressions, arrests, violent dispersals of rallies, Georgian people are fighting. Georgian people are fighting out in the streets for more than 200 days now, and Georgian people are ready to fight again for freedom and independence and for European-style democracy. So we want to ask Europe once again for support. We appreciate a lot whatever has been done already in the European Parliament and Commission, but we want even more. More support to Georgian people and more harsh treatment of our authorities, who really deserve sanctions and even more. Thank you.
Hello. Thank you for this opportunity, and thank you for the support from European Parliament. It means a lot for the Georgian people because we think that we are not alone in our fight for democracy and European future. Once again, I want to say that our fight is peaceful, determined and courageous. We are very strong in our commitment to democracy and Georgia's European future. And we are ready and we are very much strong defending fundamental freedoms, the right to speak, to vote, to associate, to live without fear to repression. So for many months, Georgian people and Georgian civil society, of course, advocating for the support to Georgia and Georgian people. And we think that it is very important from the European member states and European Parliament to isolate this non-democratic regime in Georgia, to support Georgian people and democracy fighters, independent media, Georgian civil society. We also think that it's very important to impose targeted sanctions on the individuals who have decided to distance Georgia from its European future. And also it's very important to coordinate the actions, the political decisions with the transatlantic partners. Thank you.
Thank you so much again for this opportunity, and I would like to express my gratitude, and also the words cannot express this, like, you know, the gratitude to our European friends that supporting the Georgia's Euro-Atlantic integration. And we will all remember the names of these people who were standing together with the Georgian people to fight for their freedom and independence. We are fighting against the Russian imperialism almost like 224 years, you know, and we all know when the Russians are coming. Maybe we cannot teach you how the a modern state building works or whatever, but we feel under our skin when the Russians are coming. And when we are talking about, and my colleagues already mentioned that this is the Russian proxy government who is trying to sabotaging their own country to get from our European future, then Europe have to stand together, because the front line of democracy and freedom now goes to the Ukraine and in Georgia. We all understand that we are not fighting, then this is not just a political crisis. This is fight against the Russian imperialism. This is fight against the Putinism. And because of that, the Georgians and the Ukrainians sacrificing for idea of having the Europe-Poland free at peace. We hope and we're looking forward to European Union also stands to stronger in their beliefs and the values. And otherwise, without the unity and the solidarity, we cannot defeat all kind of authoritarianism and especially the Russian imperialism in the world. Thank you so much again.
Can I add just few words? First, of course, thank you for your fight. I visited Tbilisi several times. I see the determination of the people in Georgia. You know that at about 80% of Georgians, they are for pro-European, but themselves they say we are not pro-European, we are European. So this is very important to underline, and they are fighting for the right to be European as they are. But also my appeal is to European Union countries and politicians and people. We need to understand very carefully what is happening in Georgia. It can happen in every single country inside the European Union. How it's possible to take countries from inside, to decline democratic environment in the countries, and we are following in some countries exactly the same backslides. So it's not only about countries somewhere far away from Brussels. No, not at all. It's very close to the same what can we face in every single country. And second, of course, this fight, what Georgians are fighting, it's not separate fight from those fights Moldovans, Ukrainians, and Belarusian people in 2020 started, and now, of course, they are still fighting. It's the same fight against the same imperialistic colonial power they were fighting and still are fighting until now. So we have to do much more in European Union to help Georgians not to become, or South Caucasus, not become Black Sea region, not to become this part of this imperialistic colonial empire. It's European Union interest also to have democracies in European continent.
Yes, maybe to mention again the political prisoners in Georgia. More than 60 people are in prison now, and there are no proofs whatsoever that these people were involved in crime. And these people are representing different groups of the society. And these are doctors and actors and civic activists and the NGO representatives. And it is very, very important to mention the fight of these people, especially. They are there. They are sending us the messages every day during the court hearings, asking us to be strong and explaining to everyone why they are in this fight. And this is, of course, European future of our country. So thanks to their fight, we are all also motivated and we are strong and we will do everything for them to be free, and we will really be committed every day in order to make sure that these people will be back to normal and will serve their country in their fields of activities.